maybe that's what's going on here.
No one could be running Symmetra on a King of the Hill. I just don't understand.
It's got to be a troll.
I'm just actually confused.
It's he basically just, you know, auto-accepted whatever randomly selected for him.
There we go.
Yeah.
I actually like Vods even more for that. Trying to, you know, troll us. We're obviously new to casting the game, so it's letting us believe it for a minute. I hope someday someone's going to do that. We are going to head into it. The control point unlocks in 20 seconds, and already the battle is live. Up on the high ground, XC trying to take a fight here as the Zarya and doing a little bit of damage, but not really too charged up. He's going to hit a couple of hits in there, but not too much. They've lost Vonathail, though. It's Chronic taking one down. Snow with a kill on Vods, and Coolmat going down. It is all Method in this first engagement. What a beautiful fight for them.
It's the deeps, the DPS making the difference. So, like, if you're going to run triple tank against us, well, we've got a bit of a surprise for you here. There's this guy called Reaper, and he does a lot of damage versus tanks. Just a very solid start there from Method. And I do like the fact that both teams decided to clash on the high ground. They're like, you know what? This is going to be a key part of the map. We're just going to go straight there, not even worry about the point. And, well, Method come out ahead, obviously. So we'll see how Fnatic decide to adjust now that Anna's just getting hunted down by Snow. And I got to say, I was super surprised and impressed with Snow's play early on versus Surefour. He went to town.
He's doing a good job here as well. He practically killed the Anna, and now he's taken out Stoop as well. Finally, he's going to be out of it, but I'm not sure it's in time for Fnatic. They're still just dropping too many players on here. And I'm curious, Ultimate Web, we saw him playing so well earlier on the Pharah. Now he's on the Reaper, and Vods is back on his Reaper as well. And honestly, he was god tier on it.
I'm just looking at the ults now. Chronic is sitting on the Rage, and Kusta will have his soon. He is already, I mean, look at that, 90, there we go. He's got the nano boost, so he's going to be able to throw that down on whoever he wants. We'll see if Vods gets up to his ult, but we saw it in the first map, or in the last series, right? Vods doesn't even need his ult. You boost him, he's going to get you kills.
So on point with the aim now. IDDQD on the point, but he is going to get taken out. Chronic picking up that kill, and they're doing such a good job right now. Again, Method just holding incredibly strong here. Seems like Fnatic just can't get the right combinations going. They do have both Earth Shatter and Graviton Surge there. Coolmat and Stoop, they should be able to set something up behind it. IDDQD is seconds away from having his Tracer ultimate, so, I mean, that triple combo, they've got to be able to flip the point on that. If they don't, what can they do? They lost the map, or at least the first point.
Now they're just like, right, nothing to do with the high ground anymore. You know what? We're just going to get in here, just go right behind the Reinhardt shield, make use of that, because Method don't have a Reinhardt shield of their own. So they're creating the space, but there's a big boom, and IDDQD going to find the kill on XE.
Finally something working, going for a bit more here. The Zenyatta going to be out of it as well. It's a great triple kill now. IDDQD taking down every single member it's seen a Method, and they are going to be able to flip it. It's close as possible there. 99% for Method. We've been here before. This is how King of the Hill plays. We'll see if Fnatic can bring it all the way back.
This is brutal. That's what Tracers just can be so explosive if you get everything to line up for you. And IDDQD with his aim, no problem at all getting the kills. And now it's Fnatic. They decide to take that fight on the high ground behind the Reinhardt shield. They're like, right, we'll challenge. And we have the ult once again. There's the Death Blossom. And again, Vods with the highlight reel. Quad kill. Well, Stoop, you know, takes one on them at the end. But still, that's his job done. Vods, pat on the back. You know, basically, kick the feet up, relax a little bit, because the entire enemy team is dead.
This is great, and you have to appreciate the fact that Coolmat has kept his ultimate all the way through. He didn't even use it on the first point flip that Fnatic had. He's just saving it for that moment when they need it, and that's going to be incredibly valuable. That means now they have 3 ults up. Another one is coming in fairly soon for Stoop here as well, so they're really doing a good job right now, Fnatic, not wasting the ultimates. Now they're going to go for it aggressively with the bomb, and oh my god, IDDQD picking up 3 kills, and now he's just going to fall back and play it safe. That was beautifully timed. Just catching Method much earlier than I think they were expecting.
Just a wombo combo. They're coming through the choke point. Not going to be high ground. You're going to go through main entrance? Sure. Okay, we'll wait for you. We've got all the tools necessary, and they don't even use all of them. That's the beauty of it. It's IDDQD and Coolmat going for the wombo combo, but you still have the Earth Shatter up on Stoop. Vonathail has got the barrier, and what do Method have to work with right now? Their defensive ults aren't even anywhere near done.
But they are going to have the Zarya ult earlier than Fnatic have. That might be the only thing that can save them right now. Stoop going to try and see if he can stay alive a little bit longer here, taking a lot of damage. He's down to 50 health and somehow still living. Fnatic taking a lot of kills. Snow going to be going down, and Chronic is falling as well. That Wraith form going to expire on Ultimate Web, and he's going to be out of it now. Just a couple of percentage left. Method, can they extend this at all? They cannot, and Fnatic bringing it back from 0 to 100%. without Method being able to stop it.
It's a bit too early to say that you know, we're getting a replay of earlier from Method when they faced off against Cloud9. Leaves own tower, kept getting up to 99%, and then Cloud9 running it back. Method not able to just close rounds. And so, I mean, Method, we've been here before. Been here before. You can make the adjustments necessary.
I think a lot of credit has to be given to Coolmat. They used that Tracer and Zarya combo at around 75%, I think it was, right when they pushed through the choke there. That's a really good time to do it. There's not much time left for Method after that when they all respawn to try and go at it again. So they couldn't build up any ultimates. Like, they had the ones that they had. They couldn't build much more than that. So they're really good. He saved that for such a long time. So even though he didn't do like a tremendous amount more than that, it was still very, very good stuff. Now they're going to be charging on into the middle. Tracer already there for the Fnatic side to try and see if they could maybe hold on to it here. And Vods early on the rebirth trying to do the damage. He's hitting some really good shot. That Winston going to be going down. He's going to follow up a great double kill before finally Stoop going to fall for Fnatic.
Are you really going to try and go head-to-head with Vods right now? No, it is not a good idea. This guy's doing crazy damage. Ultimate Weapon will finally shut him down. But in the meantime, IDDQD on the Tracer doing damage for Fnatic, getting into the back line. And that's going to slow everything down here for Method. They've lost their supports. And Fnatic have control of the situation. And they have the ult from IDDQD. If things hit the fan, he can drop that. And we'll see if he finds the opportunity. He's still floating here at 15 HP.
Finally, he's going to get healed up a little bit. You see that Anna crouching in the corner and healing him up, and he's doing so much damage right now. IDDQD still alive here. He's got the pulse bomb ready. You're absolutely right. Still hasn't used it. And just the discipline here to not use these ults until absolutely necessary. It's so good. If he can wait long enough, then Coolmat's going to be there with his ult at any moment.
Dude, his aim is nuts. He's just not messing up at all. Just so much pressure coming out from IDDQD. Kusta. Gotta stop that. Costa. Old habits die hard. He's got his nano boost, so he's gonna be ready as well. And look at this ultimate weapon. He's getting in position. 6 ults up for Method. And they've got point control right now. Fnatic, they've got a bit of a ways to cover themselves, but they are actually getting along. We might just have the all-out ult battle here in just a second.
Oh, look at that. He's still got the Death Blossom, hasn't popped it yet. Ult's right in front of him. He's going to wait and just go into Wraith Form to dodge the enemy Reaper ult. And now he's trying for a bit more. Snow going to be helping out, getting one, and then the follow-up kill. Rolfa even taking down Stoop, and this is looking great for Method. They've already flipped the point. They're just defending it, so now they are a little bit ahead here. And Fnatic, I don't think they were expecting to be red going for that right-hand flank. I think they thought they were being very clever. And Method, they were just incredibly on point with that one.
And they managed to maintain some ults as well. Once they got that feeling, right, we've got this under control, they still have 2 ults. And there it is. Ultimate Web gets boosted in. He's not really going to get too much damage done, though. He gets caught in the end, and that might come back to haunt him here. Fnatic now able to swing this their way. 3 kills for them. They should definitely be getting the point control now at this point. No way for Method to stall it out. And so once again, Method, they're going to be on the offense and have to figure out a way to crack this open because Fnatic are sitting on 2 ults.
There's only the one on Method right now, so we could be seeing another situation. I think, and once again, it could be come down to when Coolmat is going to use his. If they do the exact same thing as last time, where Coolmat and IDDQD timed their ults well enough to reset Method just when they don't have enough time to really go for one more fight, that's going to be huge. But Costa already down. That's the Ana gone from Fnatic's side, and now Coolmat here in the background. There's the ult coming out for him, trying to see if he can catch a couple of people. IDDQD not quite ready. He's going to take out just one person, but it isn't the combo they were looking for. And now he's very much alone and being targeted as well. Barely going to live for just a little while longer. And actually, Transcendent's going to maybe come out and help him a little bit here. No, that's the enemy team, sorry. And look at this, IDDQD, I have no idea how he's living this long. And now he gets the health pack and he can get back into the fight. Look at that, he just used his ult, he's already up to 60% again. If he can just keep hitting shots, he'll have another ult before 83% already. He'll have that bomb to go with the combo soon enough. Snow finally going to shut down his streak, but he's at 90%. In the meantime, you have 3 ults ready to go here on Fnatic's side. Can they actually get them into the fight? It's incredibly well played there from IDDQD. He really stayed alive for a long time, but are they going to have time to play this game? We're almost even in percentage right now, and Method are holding on to it. They do have the Zarya ult on Exi, and that's going to be massive here in the next fight. Coolmat too far away from his buds. Could be making the difference once again up here. He's got the Death Blossom ready, just trying to find the timing in. There's Exi's ult coming through, and now Bud's coming in from the other side, and this is going to be a great double, triple kill, taking down every single one, and Coolmat helping out. My god, that Saria ult for Method didn't do much, but the Death Blossom from Vods here probably winning the point here for Fnatic. Oh,
What?
and they're gonna be over the edge.
Oops. Ah, he survived! I thought for a second there that Snoop was taking a ride with him, but not gonna happen. He's gonna get the shield up, and now it's just the mad dash coming in here from Method, the desperate push, and Snoop not having any of this. Nice shutdown coming in from Fnatic at the end, and once again, Buds. I mean, well, yeah, it's Buds, and we're watching from Buds' perspective, but you can just see all of the teamwork that comes into it. Vonethil setting it up with the call, and then he gets the nano boost, and then just the speed boost, and everything just sets it up so that Buds can get into the right place and just completely annihilate the other team. So
Yeah,
some excellent teamwork and coordination coming out from Fnatic.
The reason why that particular fight is so interesting is because if Buds is with his team when that happens, then chances are he either gets caught in the Saria ult, or he is going to be in a position where they see him coming just enough that they'll scatter and not get Death Blossom. But because they felt this is a great ult, we've got almost everyone in it, we'll go for it. Then they group up to get those kills, and that actually is what kills them. So just great positional play. I mean, that high ground advantage and the positioning doing wonders for Buds. So it's not just the aim for him.
No,
Smart play.
It's really impressive to see his timing right now. He is on point. IDDQD looking for an opening here, and well, once again, both of these teams going to clash head on, taking the same path of entry. And while IDDQD doesn't care if he gets roughed up a little bit here, he actually has that health pack, but now he's getting forced off. And can he actually find a way out of here? Yep, manages to dash back to safety, backing up his teammates.
So far, 2 points here for Fnatic on the first map. If they get another one, they're going to be winning the first map, and we'll move on to the second one. Bud's already getting a kill, but Kumat going to be going down. Big kill coming in for Chronic. Still looking all right for Fnatic as they are getting some really good kills in. IDDQD now helping out. Should be winning this first point if this continues, and Snow and Chronic out of the fight as well. IDDQD and Buds just doing so much damage between the Tracer and the Reaper.
You know, I was really impressed with Surefour. This Tracer earlier, right? And then obviously Snow's been putting up a good fight, but IDDQD's Tracer is a pleasure to watch, man. His aim is on point. It's scary good. And he's just so consistent at staying alive and buying time. I mean, really impressed with the Tracer play that we've seen so far today. But now, I mean, once again, it's Fnatic in control of the point. Method are the ones who are going to try and set this up. They have 2 ults. They have the Graviton Surge and the Barrier. Barrier goes down. Psycho Waffle giving that extra HP to his teammates. And now the push is coming in. Ultima Web looking to get that Death Blossom going. Just needs to connect a couple more shots. And in the meantime, we'll get the kill on Acosta. Drops that Ana.
They killed each other, in fact. Look at the scoreboard. That's hilarious. How does that even work out? Exy here trying to punch someone off the edge. Can push people a little bit. The right click here from that particle cannon. Psycho Waffle going to be falling to his death, I believe. And Fnatic holding on to the point. Now going to tick past 60 seconds here. What are Method going to do? And again, the positioning from Buds, I mean, you don't have to be a genius to stand in that corner, but still, he's just being a little bit elusive with his play.
He's just waiting for the other side to set it up. This teammate's actually going to play it safe, though. It looks like they want to back off. They are getting pushed, and so he's willing to go toe-to-toe, and that will cost him. Rolf is going to snipe him. And so that's Buds down. He's not going to be up with that Death Blossom as well. He had the ultimate, so he won't be here to take the fight, but Stoop in the meantime is going to take down Ultima Web. So both Reapers out of it. And now we're going to be following IDDQD here, and he's just, once again, just shooting people in the back. Monster.
Getting on there to try and stop the point from being counter-capped, and that's a huge ult coming out, getting the triple kill, and that's pretty much going to shut Method down. We're at 92%. I don't think they can even get back here in time. They're going to have to run in one at a time, which might have been why they swapped to Genji here, just to try and keep the Dream alive. Getting in on it already, doing a little bit of damage here in the Reflect out as well, but it is not enough here, 99%. And as soon as this overtime runs down, we do have a Winston, but oh, he's not going to be there in time. Fnatic going to pick up the first map here, winning 3 points in a row. Very convincing King of the Hill style coming out for them.
Definitely a bit of a reality, reality check coming out here for Method. That is not going according to plan. But it was definitely closer versus Cloud9. This felt a little bit more comfortable for Fnatic. Perhaps watching the style earlier, I mean, the Fnatic made it clear, you know, we have kept an eye on them, and we saw a little bit of what they had to offer on these maps.
I honestly feel like Fnatic won most of these, I think at least 2 out of 3, maybe all of them, just based on the idea that they were very good at winning fights only like with the minimum ult usage. You know, they kept saving just 1 or 2, so that even when they won it, whenever Method wanted to re-engage afterwards, they would have enough left to win that next fight. And it just made life really tough for the Method team. So credit to Fnatic. I mean, that's what we saw earlier on King of the Hill, how hard that was. We talked about it, how often the Zarya and the Tracer would be out of sync with the ults.
And, you know, Anders, as if Nepal wasn't enough, we're going to Lijiang next.
All right, then.
So, and just to make it clear, it's Method who make the pick as well. And so they had the choice between Lijiang and Dorado, and they want more Koth. They want more King of the Hill.
Look at this. All of Method just focused on that big attack they had going on, and it just gets completely destroyed. Very, very interesting. Yeah, so even more King of the Hill. I mean, some of these were close, but we'll see if they have something else in store on Lijiang Tower.
I'm really curious. Exactly. I mean, maybe they're thinking just different map. But Lijiang wasn't, like, that was the struggle versus Cloud9. That was not an easy fight for Method. It was definitely Nepal that seemed to go a bit better for Method in the first best of 3 for themselves today. So, I mean, maybe they're just a little bit stumped. They're like, right, okay, we just got to keep running with it. Because right now, Fnatic, man, they're looking comfortable. Lots of talk.
Just given how Vods has been playing with the Reaper and how good he's been at utilizing some really weird off angles where he's hiding, you know, just in a position that they're not going to check. On Lijiang, there must be a couple of places as well.
It's not only that. I mean, I
make that work.
I feel like IDDQD right now is kind of like between Surefour and Snow. It felt like there was a real back and forth battle going on that Tracer fight, right? Like it was like Snow coming out ahead, and then Surefour. Right? I mean, it doesn't feel like we're seeing as much of an impact here for Snow because we're following. I mean, granted, we are following IDDQD a lot, but IDDQD seems to be doing work. So need to see if there's going to be some kind of change up in strategy here. If Snow is basically going to turn into like just hunt down IDDQD the same way that you and Surefour were getting in fights.
We're not too far away. You could see them getting prepared here, getting the headsets back on and ready for it. They're still in a really good mood. I mean, you got to wonder if Method even expected to be able to put up this much of a fight. This is the winners match in the group. So it's either way, it's really impressive for them, obviously. They seem to be in good spirits, and that's always important.
This is first seed fight, basically. And then you'll have, basically it's the difference between, right, you're done, you get to wait until the end of the week and play in the playoffs, or you get to play tomorrow with your tournament life on the line. So there is a bit of pressure, but yeah, I'm glad to see that Method is still able to chuckle. I mean, that's, if you can still joke around, you're in a good place mentally, and you're definitely not done, so.
Yeah, whoever your mystery self is.
Just trying to see here.
Well.
Yeah, I was just listening a little bit. We are going to be ready with it here. It's going to be map 2, and this is the winners match of Group B between Method and Fnatic. We're now moving into Lijiang Tower, try and see if we can, it could be a 2-0 here, the way that Fnatic are playing, but really never know Method. They didn't give up earlier against Cloud9, and that definitely paid off.
I'm very impressed with the team play. I mean, Buds and IDDQD are getting a lot of the attention. But it doesn't really seem like there's a weakness right now for Method to exploit in the Fnatic roster. Everybody seems to be on point right now, and so.
I really want to see, because Method, when they were playing on this map earlier, they used Chronic to just leap in and take the fight early on, all the way on the other side of the map, just to make sure that they could keep them back and keep the fight on their side, essentially. So I'm really interested to see if that's going to be another feature of this, if Method are going to be the one taking the fight to Fnatic's side.
What's interesting is that Fnatic are going back to the strat that they used at the beginning of Nepal. They're going with Buds on the Winston. So it's going to be that triple tank. IDDQD is staying on Tracer with the 2 supports behind them backing him, but it is triple tank to start here for Fnatic, and that did not go well to start Nepal off. That actually gave Method a good start. So interesting decision here by Fnatic.
Ultimate trying to make it happen, but he's just too low on health, ends up going down to Buds. So that's a big win early on, but then Chronic also falls. Custer actually going to be picking up that kill on the Ana. That's a bit interesting. Snow just having to fall back here. They've lost too many players on the Method side, and Fnatic should be doing a really good job here. If they can just get back and cap the point, then that's going to start working for them. Only one person capping right now, and Snow fighting back. There's the ultimate coming in, and he picks up the kill on Lucio. So Fnatic, yes, they're going to get the point, but how long can they keep it?
Man, they really decided to go aggressive there, Fnatic, and they're getting punished. That's given Snow the opening. And, speaking of Snow, before the map, he needed to wake up. He certainly delivered there. When Fnatic gave him the opening, he took advantage, and now he gets to run the game. He gets to play aggressive. And basically, if Fnatic decide to push across that bridge, Snow, he's already shown himself to be in a position where he's going to try and get that flank in. So let's see if it's actually going to work out.
Only 8% for Fnatic. Now they're going to be back and fighting, and Vods getting 2 huge kill. A third one coming in. Now he's got the ult. He could drop if he needed to. He's sound barriered up as well. He doesn't need to. Vods is just tearing them apart right now on this map, and that is so brutal. He did not even use the ultimate to get all those kills, and now he's going for a bit more here against the ultied up Winston. It's not going to matter. They will claim the point back. What a show of confidence.
Yeah, really impressive. They don't, I mean, look at how fast that Winston died. They didn't even have a Discord orb on Fnatic, right? It's just, nope, everybody focuses him. Even with the rage, you're not going to have the HP to survive for long. And now, well, that kind of slowed things up. I mean, Winston, it's all right to sack sometimes just because you can get back into the fight so quick with his boost and it being on such a low cooldown. But, I mean, Method right now, they actually need to get in here and start challenging this point. IDDQ setting himself up for the flank.
Just very smart play here. You could tell the Reaper was not aware of it. Definitely caught off guard by that. Oh, he's going to actually track back into it there. Ult comes out. IDDQD going to get Chronic killed. And that's actually very impressive. But Method, 4 people on the point right now to cap it back in their favor. Nobody's running away with this game. This is supposed to be the closest King of the Hill map we've seen so far.
Actually, yes. It's not just one team dominating and then the other team coming back and managing the perfect retake. It's back and forth tit for tat at this point. And Snow, this last defense, Snow did a lot of work, but now it's going to come down to the ultimates, and Fnatic, they're geared up. They have the 4. There's the boost, and once again, Buds with the Death Flower. Or Death Blossom, rather. Flower, Blossom, same thing.
Yeah, I'll accept either one at this point here. And it's going to be Snow going down. Just a small point, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Xe spamming out all those bombs there, because he already had his ult, so he wasn't building any more ult charge, but he's damaging the enemy team enough that it's going to be the enemy Lucio getting a, just a quicker ult if he didn't have it already. So maybe just be a little bit careful with that. It didn't seem like he was doing enough damage for it to be worth it, taking the chance there. And also Custer could obviously build his ult over that, so got to be careful you're not just feeding ult charge to the enemy healers like that. Unless you're building your own ultimate, maybe it could be worth it here. IDQD close to an ult, speaking of which, and we have a Genji out as well, but only for a second.
Actually, yes, that's the thing. It looks like Method's answer to this was actually, we just need to go full flank DPS players, Genji, Tracer, just try and get in their face with the Winston. Not happening though, and IDDQD hunts down Rolf. Easy kill for him. Should be able to do that every day of the week.
I kind of, at the beginning of this tournament here, I kind of wish we could have seen more Winston Genji play just because of it combos well. It's so much fun to see, but hasn't it happened yet? Are they going to be able to whip them over the edge? Oh, there's another Graviton Surge coming out, and finally Lucio going down. Ultimate Web on the Genji falls as well. Buds picking up a kill, and he is still alive in sight here, just a few % away from the ult. It's going to be another kill coming in. It just seems like nothing can stop him. Can they actually be able to recap this? It's 99%, and this might be the first point here on Lijiang Tower, going in favor of Fnatic, and it looked very, very confident for them at the end there.
Yeah, it seems like they figured it out. And having that Reinhardt as well just makes a big difference. If you get into standoff sort of scenarios like that, Zarya, right, she's getting the Graviton Pulse down. If you've got a Reinhardt shield in there, it just makes it so much harder to capitalize on because he's blocking. I mean, if you have your teammates trying to shoot at it or at the targets, right, if there's a big shield in the way and not the Winston shield, yeah, really hard to capitalize there for Method at the end. It felt kind of like a Hail Mary. And sometimes, it's not Hollywood. It's not the movies where Method jump out and try and catch it. No, they stumbled, failed to catch the Hail Mary in this case.
We're in America, Samla, so literally anything is possible. Like if you're gonna go
literally
for
anything.
Yeah, literally anything. You just gotta believe in it, man. We're already gonna be off here. It's the second point on Lijiang Tower and Fnatic. They need 3 overall to win it, then they take it 2-0 if not. Could be going to a third map as well, and Ultima actually going to be holding on to the Genji, charging right through. That's a lot of people lined up. He's going to go for it again. He's getting the assist. It resets the dash, and look at the damage being output. It's actually Rolf picking up a bunch of those kills, but you got to think Ultimate Web. I mean, again, just 50 damage every time. He gets all of those assists, resets it, does it again and again. That's incredible.
It's funny that you mention it, right? Because in general, you're thinking the Winston comp with the slash, right? Both of them landing, both of them dealing damage. No, it's fine if you have Zenyatta just spamming, and now Ultimate Web. He is getting caught, though. He's got the nade on him, and not going to be able to heal means that he's going to get dropped. Good call on his part, though, not to waste his ultimate, not to try and go for some kind of hero play. Instead, he's leaving it up to Xe, who's hunting down the Winston, and Chronic gets caught out of position.
And this particular stage of Lijiang is so incredible for for that Genji play. The ultimate as well, the Dragon Blade, when it comes out here, because of these narrow corridors, it's so hard to stop. It's actually out in the middle of everything here, and he is doing a little bit, having to reflect, so not getting the full sort of durability out of this one, trying a little bit, but he ends up dropping to IDDQD, so not the best ultimate that we've seen from Genji on this map here. Snow trying to see if he can follow it up, taking down Kumat already and doing a little bit more, but gotta be careful he doesn't get caught.
Oh, now there's the Graviton Stone. This could set it up here for Snow. He's trying to get in there. No ultimate for him to bank on, however. He's at 50%, not quite there yet, but he is doing damage and eventually picks up the kill on Costa, drops that enemy Ana, and he's looking for the Reinhardt as well. Ultimate Web will rob him in the end, but this is looking very good now for Method. Snow and Ultimate Web, between the two of them, they're so hard to pin down. They're just doing so much damage. Fnatic, they just can't seem to stop him.
So suddenly, they're in the driver's seat here. And let's see Fnatic, they do have 4 ultimates up. They really should be winning this next fight. We just saw the ult being used from Snow and not getting any kills. Now comes the counter fight here. IDDQD in on top of the bomb, but actually not going to be able to get it. Custer instead taking out Psycho Waffle, and Chronic going to be falling. Fnatic, they are getting a couple of good kills in, but nowhere near as powerful as I thought. Ultimate Web coming in with 2 big shots there. Stop dropping Stu and Custer. Finally, he's out of it, but where is the back cap coming in? Exi is going to be going down, and Snow is next. IDDQD in charge of winning this point right now for Fnatic. Just as Zenyatta here and a couple of teammates in. IDDQD is really staying alive for a long time, but it's 99%. I don't know if Fnatic haven't just won this fight already.
This is getting a bit wild, yeah. Somehow, I mean, well, it's also Psycho Waffle, Lucio, the most annoying character to try to pin down as well. He's just dancing all over the place, skating on the walls. And that opens it up now for Chronic, who to get pinned and chucked halfway across the map. Okay, then. Can they actually get on here?
Well, finally they managed to cap it, Fnatic. It's the moment they were Method Warfare, and now it's ticking in their favor. But that fight that started there was essentially 4 ults versus 1, and Fnatic almost lost it anyway. So credit to Method, but maybe also a little bit sloppy on Fnatic's side. Now, Chronic going to be falling back with his teammates. They have 2 ults, and that's pretty much it right now. Whereas Fnatic, look at it, they're about to have basically 5.
Wait, how did that happen, Rolf? Did he get a snipe onto Ana? And that's the go signal for sure for Method here. Push while the Ana is down. Kusta still loading his ult, but there's a Transcendence coming out now from Rolf, just keeping his teammates alive, and they should be in a position to capitalize here. Method, just so much damage.
He went over the edge. Vods punching Psycho Waffle out of the map, and now Rolf going to be in the back lines here, doing a little bit of damage mid-air as well onto Winston. Just incredible, especially with that Discord Orb doing so much damage. And it looks like Method are about to turn it their own way, and that would win them the second point here, and we'd be at a tied scoreline on the second map. Really good job. I feel like finally we're seeing Rolf. I mean, Hucker was pointing this out, how good he is on support. I think he just got proven right. That's incredible. Method gonna pick up the second point here.
Yeah, you watch, I mean, if we were to get a replay there, you just watch his aim with Zenyatta. It's not easy to hit those balls because you have to predict where your opponent's going to be. You have to lead them a little bit, and he just looks like he's, I mean, well, obviously the strong start, kicking things off with the Genji combo right in the hallway. He just got all those kills, but
you were pointing out the snipe on Ana to set it off with. I mean, you're right. That's when Method thought, all right, we're going to be ready for it. And honestly, Fnatic were so close to having 5 ults there, but then Ana went out. She was one of them. And then the other 4, they just didn't quite get their ults in time. They got him like 3 seconds after they had already lost the first player. And then they were sort of playing at a 2-man disadvantage in a really weird position. So like 3 more seconds for Fnatic, and they would have won this second point, I think.
I mean, right now, though, Method, I mean, they are putting up a fight against a team that refuses to back off of Ana, it looks like. I mean, Custa continues to hold on to Ana here, whereas Rolf just seems Zenyatta, that's his calling card. That's the way he's going to go. But the nano boost, they found a way to handle it, because right now, Method, it's tied 1-1 in rounds. So let's see if they can actually get control of this point, or if Fnatic are going to start strong. And it does look like Fnatic, they did get the wrap, and they are going to be able to control the point.
Getting those early kills in there as the point unlocks. They are going to be on it, and Method, I think, wisely, not going to try and sort of contest it. It's not worth throwing anyone's life away just to try and, you know, stop that from capping early on. Now they have everyone up, and they're going to be back in it here already. Tracer doing a fair amount of damage, close to having the ult up. There comes another charge in, one more burst, and I think she's going to be there. taking a fight with the other Tracer against the Zenyatta now, and she has the ult, but oh, that's some good AD coming out. Up to 20% here for Fnatic, and they are still doing a very good job holding on.
Actually, they've got control now. They have the ults to back it up as well. Custer's at 90%. He's about to get that Ana ult, that nano boost, which could just go into, well, I mean, give it to Vods at this point, right? On these tight control points, the cleave from the Tesla cannon plus boost, just so much damage, so hard to pin him down and stop him from just completely shredding your team. So let's see if they can actually manage to pull this off.
Winston coming out, rage mode for Vods there, and it's actually taking up a lot of space on the map. He did go down eventually, but Method sort of have to deal with it. Instead of trying to cap the point, they have to worry about taking down some of those big HP players, and now IDQD gonna be falling back in. We do have the Transcendence out as well, and it's keeping everyone alive for a moment here. Very good job indeed. He's still not used the ult. IDQD's had it for such a long time, and eventually he goes down, and Method are gonna be able to counter cap it here. But they are pretty far behind at the moment.
My ultimate is charging.
66% Fnatic, that is a good stretch to have. And more importantly, they have two ults. They have the wombo combo if they want to go for it, right? To get right back into the fight here. Only a single ult picked up for Method, and that's going to be the Dragon Blade on Ultimate Web. But you get that, you get the Zarya ult plus the nuke. This could go big.
Well, Ultimate Web going massive with the Dragon Blade. He's going to get 2 kills, and I think he did some more damage after that. He's finally out of it. Vods and Stoop taking 2 kills in return, and now it's just an absolute melee here. Everyone fighting in one huge group. IDQD, he's still not using it. He's just content to sit around. He feels like he's got an internal feeling exactly for when is the right time in taking a Tracer versus Tracer fight here. And the cap still going in favor of Method right now. Fnatic having a hard time getting back into this. They do have a slight ult advantage. He's about to get a lot bigger here with Vods and also Stoop coming into it.
Yeah, this is actually going to be really tricky. When is CoolMat going to actually drop the ult? And there it is. Now that sets it up for the combo. In goes the nuke, goes the boom. IDQD picks off Psycho Waffle. No more AoE heals. And while Fnatic now, they are still challenging this point. They've got the man advantage as well. It's tied up at 5-5, and there's the kill that's going to turn the tide. Exi is down.
IDQD's doing a very good job, but finally they managed to take him out. It feels like whenever he's up and running, he stays alive for such a long time, but they can't actually cap this point back. It's still ticking in favor of Method, and they get the respawns back in here, and you could even tell Vods has to escape even with the ult activated. He can't really stay alive. Chronic going to be able to take down Custer. I'm not sure if Method aren't going to run away with this.
Yeah, this is actually looking a little concerning, especially now that Ultimate Web decides to commit, and he's going to just do massive damage. Gets one big kill, sets up a second, and he's got that Dragon Blade, and didn't really get too much flash out of it, but he did enough damage to really slow things up, and that is going to be a second point now for Method. 2-1 lead. It's best of 5 in rounds, but Method, they're coming right back into this. I get a feeling, Anders, could be going the distance.
We definitely could at this point. We're seeing such a nice sort of, variance in heroes from Ultimate Web here as well. We thought for sure, maybe we're going to see a lot more Pharaoh based on how many rockets he was hitting earlier on when they were playing against Cloud9. But, he's doing a great job on Genji too.
I would love to see more Pharaoh from him.
Yeah.
Like that on I9, that was some nuts Pharaoh play. Clearly just like mastered the mechanics of that hero as well. With a concussive blast skating all over the place. I mean, yeah, a pleasure to watch. So far this series is definitely delivering. 2-1 in rounds. And so Method, they still, no changes as far as the roster is concerned. Ultimate Web, I mean, they are just going for the Winston Genji Tracer combo with the Zarya to back it up. And well, not wasting any time. Look at this, Ultimate Web, straight up to the point.
Putting the pressure on the Tracer. In fact, going to be the kill. Great sweep coming through. IDQD out of it. Vods down as well. Those are the 2 big DPS players. Ultimate Web, oh, he can't make it back up. And it is going to be Wonderful to take him out, pushed off the edge from the enemy Lucio there. And now they're going to try and see if they can fight for it here. Fnatic wants to see if they can cap the point early on, but they are losing a lot of players. Not quite clear who's going to come out on top right now. Method, they are trying to cap it here. Fight Vods, getting a kill, getting a chance to reload. Losing a teammate right behind him, but it looks like they're going to be able to do it. Fnatic now counter-capping it.
Oh, Ultima, though, he can buy a little bit more time, it looks like. He will eventually get hunted down by Vods, but the Winston is still alive on the point here. As long as he stays alive, that buys time for his teammates to rotate in to help him out. Rolf gets picked off, however, so that's not going to help things. You do eventually want to get him to a point where he's going to have that Transcendence to back you up, and he's only at 73%.
That kind of fight for the point is usually something we see in overtime, but they were just trickling in, trying to see if they can make it work. And Pulse Bomb not quite going to connect, and IDDQD here being sound barriered up and trying to see if he can take down Lucio on the other team, and he will be able to eliminate Psycho Waffle, so that's a very good job. Ultimate also going down, so now the 2 DPS for Fnatic are doing a lot of work here in just cleaning up Method.
This is unreal. How is this guy still alive? But you're right. I mean, it feels like an end of point kind of fight, and he's even farming ult energy off of a falling Eggsy.
Absolute overkill. Absolute overkill. Just let the poor man be.
But yeah, I've got to say, IDDQD's aim is pretty nuts. I keep saying that, but it's true.
Maybe he can't stop himself. Maybe he's like, I must. But look at it right now, the ultimates. We're about to have 3 ults for Fnatic, about 4 for Method. And I think especially with that Zarya ult, things are going to get a little bit rough for the Fnatic team if they take a fight right now. There it is going in. XC already dropping it. Can they turn this around and finally cap this point here? They definitely need to. IDDQD in the back lines right now, and already Method have lost 2 big players, and now the ult comes out. Vods nano boosted and trying to see if he can get a bit more damage in, but it's actually wearing off, and he's in Wraithform trying to get back and not going to be allowed there.
Yeah, Rolf not having that business. He was charging up the orbs as well. That was a right click to the face. Oh, 78% Fnatic. They will not be denied on this map, it looks like. They're getting up there. 83 now, just ticking away. And the problem here for Method is the fact that they just don't have any ultimates ready to go to challenge this. With 10% left for Fnatic. Vonathil has got the barrier up as well, so they'll be able to buy the time. Method, they just need to just run in here and do it dry.
Oh, IDDQD very nearly back on the ults again. They're trading early on, but Snow going to be going down. That will be the end of it. I thought someone from Method would be able to stop that from happening, but now we're going to be tied up for points here on the second map, 2 for 2. And we're going to get one more chance to see who can really pull through.
Vonathil looking pretty focused there. And I mean, right now, I mean, obviously, last point, we're going the distance here, the last round, basically.
See if they have any big pocket picks coming out. There is not just talking, there are actual commands just being dished out here. Someone is just saying right now, this is what we're doing. I don't want any discussion, just listen to me and let's win this.
Hey, you gotta give it to him, man. Custa just calling the shots, not messing around at all. And that is between the combo, but let's see how things shape up here. Snow, we're going to be following him at the beginning here as Method once again, not wasting any time, just charging straight in, and Fnatic using the same approach that they did last time. They're going to wrap from the balcony onto the point and just trying to establish dominance here, and that does kind of leave Method split up a little bit. Vods taking advantage of that, drops Chronic already. That's the Winston down and a man advantage for Fnatic.
Vods with a good kill, but Custer's going to be going down. Ultimo doing a good job right now, and Snow going to pick it up as well, taking down Stoop. Still very open who's going to be winning this. We need some ults online, I feel like, and Snow doing his best to build it up, and dropping that Lucio is going to be massive. That's such a big kill. That's really going to put Fnatic in an awkward position. Can he follow it up? He does not even need the ultimate. Snow coming into play now in big style here with the Tracer. We've been missing that.
And that's the nightmare, man. If you just leave the Tracer, if you leave the Genji unchecked, you can't really lock them down, and they just do so much damage. They're all over the place. And that's really what Fnatic dealt with in that round, in that point control round right there, where they were just getting shredded by Snow. Once again, Snow just going to work, and look at this. This could be the perfect scenario here for the Dragon Blade setup if he can get into this fight. Ultima Web looking for the setup, but he's just shredding them anyways.
Look at the amount of resets he gets on that dash, just absolutely wrecking them. And now they're still going to be coming through, trying for a little bit more. Fnatic actually, an Ultimate Web is out of it, and they don't have any more ults on the Method side, so it's turning around, and there's Buds coming through with a huge death bottom, following up with a shot on Rolf. He's turning it around now. Buds with the triple, and it's going to be IDDQD helping out. Cool, man, getting a piece of the pie, and Fnatic finally turning this point around. I'm shocked. I thought for sure that Ultimate Web was going to be able to do more in that fight.
He got picked, but I think he was basically holding on it because none of his teammates had ults to back him up. And so he's probably thinking, right, just farm some energy here, try and do some damage, set it up for my teammates, and we'll think about the next fight, the fight to come, because now they have 4 ultimates to work with here on Method. Only IDDQD has an ult on Fnatic, and so this should be going Method's way if they don't mess up their ults. And there's a Dragon Blade, you can hear the shout, and already Ultima Web picking up a kill.
Huge sound barrier coming out as well from the Method Lucio. That's going to be massive. Ultimate picking up another couple of kills. Chronic helping out, taking out Stoop. And Method, they let Fnatic have the point for a little bit, and now they're going to cap it straight back.
I just love that, man. He is so good. Ultimate Web with the reflect on Buds. That's just trigger material. He's like, how do I kill him?
I mean, that sound barrier from Psycho Waffle, I think that could almost not have been timed better. That was really good. And it's a bit scary when you're Lucio and you activate it, but you're up in the air, so you gotta, you know, hit the ground before it actually activates. It looked like it was about to be wrong time, and there's another Sariol coming out on top of the bomb, but it actually doesn't do enough here. Buds getting some great kills in, and IDQD taking out Rolf, and all of a sudden Fnatic should be in prime position to get the point back in their favor.
What, with one ult as well? Like, that's actually kind of nuts, because Method, they had two ultimates away, where they had the Zarya ult basically, and they had the nuke coming in from Tracer. That was basically, they had to get that perfect wombo combo to hold off Fnatic, because Fnatic were coming into that fight with 4 ults prepped and ready. And yeah, and it just didn't go off. I'm wondering if they couldn't quite get around the shield, and the fact that Stoop was there with the Reinhardt shield. I mean, Snow looked like he hesitated a little bit delivering his ult, but yeah, tough scenario there for Method, and now this is actually allowing Fnatic to catch up.
Well, if Method win this point, they win the map, and we're going to go to the third map. If not, Fnatic are going to 2-0 them right here. It's been such a close game right now, and IDQD going to be pushing in. He's getting a little bit of health. Rolfus out of it. Cool Map takes down Exy. Fnatic, this might be one of the, well, not quite the last fight, but it's getting real close right now. We're probably going to be at 99% for Fnatic here by the time Method can get back and fight. And Fnatic know it, and they're pushing out to stop them. They don't even want them touching the point again. Yeah. Oh, wow, this is aggressive.
Exactly, and Cool Matt, he's got this, exactly, man. He's got everything set up. He can just throw it down immediately. That's going to buy so much time. Instantly, Winston puts down the shield, but it's just not going to be enough. Stoop finds a kill. They do trade 1-for-1, and IDQD, right, he's just going to get back onto the point and babysit it. Snow, nothing he can do. He's getting shot in the back, and IDQD, he holds the line.
That's incredibly smart play from Fnatic. That's just a very good idea. You can see how much trouble they're in now, and they're doing even more damage now. Reinhardt out with the hammer, Stoop swinging it, and he's going to get the kill as well as anyone nearby. Finally, the Winston comes in. Can he knock anyone off the map? That would be huge right now, but they're fighting to stay alive in the overtime right now. Method, and they are losing players left and right. Ultimate Whip going to be going down. Snow in a fight for his life as well, needing backup. He's got the Winston with him, and Chronic actually takes a kill on Stoop, and the follow-up. Vonatil going to be going down. Suddenly he's turning around. Snow picking up. Cool Matt. Suddenly Method are back in the fight.
They managed to turn it around. IDQD doing the best that he can, but yep, you could sneeze on him, and the cold would kill him at that point. He had no HP. Bud's waiting around the corner looking to spring the trap, and he is going to be able to buy a little bit of time here. Snow, though, taking the fight to him, and now we're at 81% and counting for Method. They've got a chance. It's going to come down to the ults, and there's a Zarya ult, gathering everything up.
Method again trying to buy time. I'm not sure if that Sariol wasn't a little bit too soon, but they get 2 good kills in, and Snow picking up Cool Matt, and I just don't know what's happening. I have no idea how Method are still in this fight. It seemed like they should have been out. Fnatic's play was so aggressive and so perfectly timed, but they're going to be able to do it. Look at this. There's no one from Fnatic nearby. Method picking up map 2, and we're going to head to map 3. Unbelievable. I mean, I just absolutely love that idea from Fnatic. You see, they realize, they look at the percentage and they think, that's it. If we get one good Zarya ult off, we're gonna, it's gonna be done. And it should have been. That was a genius idea, and it didn't work.
It just doesn't.
Why is life like this, Semna?
Well, look at that. It's because life wants to give us that smile right there. That's what I'm saying. Good smile, and I mean, good games. Just back and forth. Fnatic are being challenged here. Bud's not quite able to get that dominant performance that we saw from him earlier. And it just feels so evenly matched between both of these teams. I think that's, you know, there's no singling any one person out. It's just great team play back and forth. And Ultimate Web, he had his moments, don't get me wrong. Look at this setup here.
Yeah, this is where he just managed to reset a bunch of times. The amount of people that he hits there. I mean, 50 damage is not that it's that much, but when you do it 3 times to 3 different people, that's just a lot of combined damage being output there. So really quite impressed with that one. Yeah, good to see Genji getting picked. Earlier in the day, we didn't see him at all.
That's what I was kind of wondering, if we were just going to see the straight tank meta, right? That everybody is talking about, and players, casters, everybody. It's all about the tank meta plus Ana, and you just nano boost and run. But I was wondering, are we not going to see like Genji Tracer and Winston, right? That combo that was really starting to get really strong because it's so difficult to deal with. There's so much damage, and more importantly, it's just like in control point sort of scenarios like this, it's just like Tracer and Genji dancing all over the place. They're so hard to pin down.
I would like to just make a complaint, though. I feel like it's a real shame that we haven't seen any Junkrat. I actually wish we could see that.
That is fair, even with like a Hollywood. Like we've had Hollywood, we've had some
King's
maps
Row,
where King's Row where you can spam.
That defense, right? If they try and push through on King's Row and they got the Reinhardt shield up, it's great for just picking that shield apart. It's not good on all maps, but there are some maps definitely where you could do it. Plus, I really enjoy a good Junkrat. I think it's interesting. It's good fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I guess I don't know. Like my one gripe with Junkrat is his ult. Like his ult just feels really hard to get value out of.
Yeah, in a tight situation, that if you try and run back around a corner and sort of, it's you're right. It's in the middle of a team fight, and you see some of these fights just almost never end. I agree. It's kind of difficult to do it.
So it's like what? All right, I got ult. Throw yourself off the side, die, respawn, come back, get about halfway to the fight, then use your ult. But then at the same time, you're doing nothing while your ult is going. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe the teams right now are preferring a little bit more of like the hit scan, direct damage kind of. You know, well, obviously we got a lot of Reapers. But I didn't think we'd see that much Pharah, but we're seeing like that Pharah Mercy combo again. That's always exciting.
Maybe his ult should be upgraded so that he can like ride on the Riptide, and then he dies as well. But he's then he doesn't have to stand still somewhere to do it. Just riding into battle, something like that.
It is. I mean, it is fun though because you hear like the tire coming, revving up the engines. And there is just a little, in the pit of your stomach, you do feel just a little bit nervous, like, where's it coming from?
Yeah, and I think especially if you're just playing like quick play or I think even just competitive play, if you're playing not like these guys, as soon as someone sort of runs it into a wall and it's just sort of waiting there for a while, then everyone forgets about it and everyone's like, oh, well, that Riptide probably didn't do it. And then suddenly it's there anyway.
And it's like, surprise.
Yeah, that's good.
I know, that's painful. What's up, everybody?
We're waiting for map 3 is what's up. Do you remember what map 3 is? I feel like
Dorado.
I should. Dorado, all right.
So it's just straight payload now.
Change of pace.
And it is a real change of pace for both of these teams as well because Method versus Cloud9, they played 2 King of the Hills and the hybrid map, Eichenwald, right? And so there was, it's like payload, but also cap points. Here it's going to be just payload. Let's go, boys. No caps, no point capping here. So are we going to see that tank meta come in now and come into play? Triple tank, just sit there with Anna, get behind the barrier.
I could see this Dorado being a map, especially pretty much until the last stage. I think it's one of those maps where you could probably, you've got everything written down, do you?
It is Dorado. I was actually before I really just made.
Fair enough.
It is Dorado.
I think for the first 2 stages, this is one of those maps where you could very easily pick up a Mercy and Pharah combination if your ultimate web, and just to get the damage boost. Like you could definitely do that. So I'd love to see that back.
Or are we going to see like the Hanzo plays, right? Because we saw Seagull do it. We saw a few players, going for the Hanzo. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be the go-to pick, right? You go the 3 tanks and you get the Hanzo, and then or it's like the 2 tanks and Maya Hanzo. I don't know. Like it feels like there's a lot of different combinations we could be seeing here. Actually,
real point of interest, Samlo. Are you the sort of person who in the spawn when you're playing on the offensive, are you going to be shooting the bells on this map forever to annoy your whole team?
No, I don't annoy them because I'm playing the Futurama theme song. So, everybody's actually like, sweet, I'm going to go watch some Futurama after this.
All right, then.
Boom, Anders!
That's public service right there.
180 suplexed your joke.
I like that. That's some really good public service. I hope people tip you for it afterwards.
I was like, please, I'm just a caster. No.
Well, we are going to be ready here, so hope you guys are as well. It is the 3rd map here, the winners match between Fnatic and Method. So the losers are not going to be out, but it's obviously grueling, and you want that time off. You want to relax a little bit here. Fnatic came in as the definite favorites, but it's still gone to a 3rd map. And I must say, Method, a little bit slow, it seems, every time in these best of 3s, but once they get going, they really get going.
They do get ramping up, yeah. And it's just, and Method don't seem to be phased by it at all. Like, Snow is just laughing his head off the entire time.
Those gold bars, that would be the worst, because I'm not sure you can pick one up and run away with it. So you might be in a position where you've got all that gold, but you can't, like,
You seen that video of, like, the gold depot where they're like, if you can carry it out the door, you can keep it? And it's just obviously gold. It's just so heavy you can't actually make it out the door.
I would probably die.
So you just laugh. Basically, the guy just gets laughed at the entire time because he's trying so hard mightily to lift this gold brick.
What a sad story.
I know, right? Just the most agonizing thing ever.
What is Ultimate Web doing? That looks like a painful exercise, just
The
training those
electric chair.
thighs. He's going to be all the way behind him. They still... Oh, Winston doing actually a double check there, just thinking, wait a minute, we don't have a Genji like that. Well, they do, but trying to see if they could get in here. Stoop going down as well. Ultimate Web doing such a lot. Again with the dash in there. This is a great push from Method. Look at how far they already are. Fnatic, there could be a really long fight here. There was no fight at all.
No.
They got annihilated.
And what's worse is I thought that he just clipped the Winston with his dash, but he managed to pick up a clip on the Ana as well. So when Ana dies, boom, dash reset, and then he just keeps on going. It's like infinite. You're just never going to shut this guy down, especially when Rolf gets into range and can get that orb on you. The Harmony orb, right? Just the constant healing. So difficult. And just like that, Fnatic lost control of the situation on the first point. That was a very quick cap coming in for Method.
One relatively simple use of positioning coming out of the Genji there on Ultimate Web, but the effect of it was massive, obviously. Could see Fnatic almost panicking when that happened. No Pharah in play just yet, but Fnatic have taken the high ground here, just trying to see if they can stay alive at the moment. Going to be jumping down with the shield on top of the Transcendence coming out of the Method team, and Vods trying to see if he can make it work. He was nano boosted. He does not have the ult any longer, and they haven't quite got enough kills yet. I feel like there's one coming in, and Snow going to be going down. That's a nice follow-up here, doing a lot of damage and still staying alive, taking out that Winston, but he's going to go down to Ultimate, who's back in the fight here.
Buzz has got some crazy aim if he can just, you know, calmly click away a Tracer like that. But we do have the Dragon Blade out now for Ultimate Web. He's trying to get something done with it. Not really working out. Actually, in fact, I mean, he's taking quite a bit of damage here from the Monkey Cool Mat. You can't reflect it. The Tesla Cannon is just going to go through everything. But then Snow comes out of nowhere and just rolls him.
Yeah, that happened very quickly. A triple kill for Snow, in fact. They do use a lot of ultimates Method to get past that point, but they still have the sound barrier. The Stoop and Custer on the other team have theirs. Oh, what a reflect coming out! Custer killing himself on Ultimate Web, and that's beautiful. Trying for a bit more here. Got to be careful against Buds. He doesn't miss a lot, and he certainly won't miss Ultimate Web this time. Chronic should be going down, and will Buds picking up 2 big kills and building a lot of ultimate.
It's like, Method, could we please stop going one-on-one with Buds? Because that's not what you want to do against a guy who's dual-wielding shotguns and not getting his wrists broken. I mean, what's the kick on those things, man? Like, that's some straight-up power there. But Buds, I mean, what? They've got 3 ultimates now on Method, but it's matched by the 3 ultimates by Fnatic. And once again, we find ourselves in the same scenario. Buds setting up with the high ground control, and he's getting into position to get nano boosted so he can just use that Death Blossom. And he's so good about hitting the timing. But there it is. Bonatho gives the call, and he goes right into it, but countered by the Transcendence. Only going to get the 1 kill, but he might be able to get the follow-up here on the Zarya. Barely.
He's gonna get 1, but I'm not sure it's quite enough. He's Wraith form, but once he comes out, he's gonna be gone. And Method are honestly doing a great job at pushing right now. Could see IDDQD just trying to keep it alive right there. That was, I think, Transcendence and Sound Barrier, because you can burn through the Sound Barrier if it's just that. But obviously that was way too much healing coming out. And now Method gonna be charging on through here. Ultimate trying to see if he could make it happen. Trying to reflect that, but not gonna be this time.
And Psycho Waffle in the meantime, just like, come on guys, point, we need to actually push it forward. It's not going to happen. Eggsy is still alive, trying to do some damage, but he will eventually get forced back here. The Winston, I mean, basically just the full collapse. Fnatic just forcing them out, saying, right, now is time to make up for, I mean, we need to make up for lost time, basically. Because we gave up that first point so fast. This second point defense, though, has been actually pretty solid. They really did kind of grind that offense to a halt here. And are you kidding me? Buds has already got the Death Blossom again. And Custa's almost got her ult as well. This is actually a little silly. They can just rinse and repeat this all day.
Yeah, and unlike last time, Psycho Waffle and Rolf don't have theirs. So the counter that worked last time, it is not going to be up this time if they push right now. But they are kind of just chilling on the other side.
They are chilling, and they're actually just changing up the point of attack. They're like, you know what, we're not going to go through the arch, we're just going to kind of wrap on this, but still, it's not going to stop stupid Buds from picking up the kills. And really, Method, right now, Eggsy doing the best that he can to stay alive, and he actually is dealing a little bit of damage, but he's so low on energy, it's going to take him forever. It's like he's tickling Winston with that laser. And in the meantime, he's lost his entire team. So, once again, Method rebuffed. They need to back off.
Fnatic have found a really good rhythm right now, and even worse still, they're about to have 6 ultimates, sorry. IDDQD's not even that far behind there on the McCree now. So I don't know how Method break through this. They almost have to take a fight where they sort of know they're going to lose it, but not use any ultimates. Just die of a fight, and they only have a minute left, so they got to do it quick as well.
Yeah, the positioning from Vods is brutal. And well, Nano Boost goes down. It actually goes onto Stoop, it looks like, and so not going to get the boosted Death Blossom, but doesn't really matter in the end. Fnatic still picking up the kills. They still have 3 ults. There's the Earth Shatter coming down from Stoop, and there's so many layers to this defense. Method just cannot figure out how to break through. If it isn't Buds filling you with lead, it's the Earth Shatter coming in, just completely halting everything.
Yeah, the problem with doing it this way for Method is now they use some of their ultimates, and now the sort of the rest are coming online, so half the team is out of sync with the other half, and they don't have time for it. They're down to 30 seconds. They really need to make this work. The one thing is Exy. He could be the saving grace here. I mean, if he gets a good ult off, and then we have the Dragon Blade coming out from Ultimate Web, maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, maybe that combo, that AoE kind of combo. Psycho Waffles also got the sound barrier coming up pretty soon here, and they are going to need that. They need a defensive ult to counter Vonethels, and there we go. Simultaneously, both sound barriers going off. Now the teams have got some HP to play with, and we'll see who actually comes out ahead. There it is. The big ult, the black hole, and well, it's still pretty even here. It seems like Fnatic are actually going to be able to pull out just a little bit ahead, and they are going to have the successful defense.
Great play from Fnatic right now. I think they just managed their ultimate so much better than Method did, especially at the minute mark here, and that's going to be them stopping it right before that cap. That could have been close, but just not happening. And up until that point, Method had looked so good, but I think they had a minute and 16 seconds left, and at that point in time, I feel confident that they could have just taken one fight where they don't use any ults, they just do the damage. Then they have all of their ultimates online. And sure, so do Fnatic, but it's a better fight than fighting 2 ults versus 4 ults. And then you get reset. And Fnatic didn't even use all their ults. They just used half of them.
They did a fantastic job of abusing the choke points. And even when Method were trying to wrap on the right, instead of going up through the arch, they're trying to wrap on the right because they're tired of getting dropped on by Buds. Even then, they aren't able to make anything work. Even then, Fnatic are coming out ahead. And so now, I mean, now obviously the sides flip. It's going to be Fnatic pushing the payload, Method on the defense. And already looking at the lineups here, there is going to be Buds on the Hanzo, interestingly enough.
I did a QD on the Mei. I'm loving it.
And this is actually, I mean, this is kind of what we saw earlier as well from them. I mean, IDDQD on the Mei at least. He seems to be the one who's willing to go for more of like that support, deeps kind of role.
Like I said earlier, I think Mei is my favorite character. I think it's just so much fun. I think actually the skill ceiling on playing Mei is really, really high just because of how creative you can be with the ice wall, for instance. So
I know it is creative, Anders, but you're also like, I mean, for me, you know, Mei does not necessarily like the idea of like having fun playing Mei is like the idea of the guy with an air horn at a party, you know, just like blasting it repeatedly. It's like that kind of annoying. Like,
oh, we can do even better, like the Boo Sailor from the World Cup. That's what we need. I wish those were back somehow. Why can't we?
No.
Why can't we have Woo Sailors in eSports? That's all I want. I'll be really happy when that happens. Fnatic, we won't be able to cast anything, obviously, but now Fnatic are playing on the aggressive side, the offensive side here, and we have a Method trying to defend, and they had better do a good job, because if Fnatic push past that mark, then they're going to be winning this winner's match here. Trying to see if they could do that. IDDQD already putting out a bit of damage. Be interested to see what happens if Method overextend and try and be too aggressive against this Mei. That Ice Wall could really punish them.
Nice icicle so far, actually, from IDDQD. He's doing a little bit of damage there. But both teams are running Ana, so that's what you want to be careful about. You don't want to just chip unnecessarily unless you can try and actually play off of it, because, I mean, both Ana's going to be perfectly happy to sit back there and heal up whatever chip you actually deal. So a little bit of a tricky scenario right now for the pushing team, because it's turning into a rush to nano boost now. Like, who's going to win the race? Who's going to get nano first and be able to just rush a Reinhardt in there to do some damage?
You see him trying to catch Chronic there with the Ice Wall. If that had worked, that would have been such a good start. But it's going to be Snow taking down Buds, and that's a nice start. There it is, the Icicle to the face and the punch, in case it wasn't enough, but it really should be. Chronic is going to be going out as well. The Blizzard is even up. I'm not sure they need it right now, but Fnatic just engaging in a fantastic fight right now. Close range, not going to be enough for the Reaper here. IDDQD doing so much work with this Mei. And it's, I don't know what Method could have done there.
This is actually a bit silly. And now next fight, Method are going to try and get back in here. It doesn't matter. Buds is going to have the Dragon. And we have the Blizzard from Mei. We actually just have all the necessary ults for it to be a total nightmare here for Method.
I don't think they realized the Blizzard. There it is, going to be coming up right on top of the Zarya ultimate, and even followed up with a Hanzo one right on top. Vods. Actually, they timed all of that perfectly. I don't think any team can survive that. You need a lot, basically.
That's just total annihilation. Look at that. It was 5 guys down. I mean, Rolf somehow survived. But as far as the rest of them, you know, now it's the hard reset, and this payload is going to make a lot of way. There's nobody to actually try and buy some time on that payload, slow it down. Instead, it is going to have to turn into that high ground fight, similar to the one that Fnatic were trying to take, or that they succeeded at, obviously, is just controlling the balcony, controlling the archway. Method are going to have to show that they're as good.
Vods fighting Genji there. Some brotherly love on either side, and see if he can actually land any good arrows here. The ultimate is obviously massive, and speaking of ultimates, Method have a couple more right now. The nano booster is going to be coming in for Fnatic, though, trying to see if they can make it work. XC ready with an ult of his own in case this gets out of control, and I'm glad that he's saving it, doing a very good job at the moment.
He's actually getting a little silly, but there's the Earth Shatter. After a moment's hesitation, they actually managed to get it off, but the Gravitation is going to go, Graviton rather, is going to deal quite a bit of damage as well and group them up. So Fnatic and Method trading fairly well here. Although I have to say, Method, no, it's even. Now Vods actually gets picked off, and that might have been the difference maker. He did have his ultimate, but it's not going to come into anything here.
My ultimate is ready.
Method defending for a moment here, and it's not a bad place for the payload to be stopped, because again, as you can tell, they're doing, getting this high ground advantage is going to be a little bit tricky for Fnatic to deal with. They do have a Winston who could jump up there, but they don't have too many other heroes, Fnatic, right now that have really great verticality, so they're going to be down on the low ground, I think, for a lot of this fight. Ultimate Web charging in. He's got the ult, but he just goes down. What was
that was a big greedy. That was a big greedy. Yeah, he tried to go for like some kind of sneaky play where he would sneak past without anybody seeing him. Nope, not going to happen. And that gives Fnatic the opening that they need. 2 quick kills coming in for Fnatic, and it just snowballs from there. Cool Matt will just slap Reinhardt into the ground. And this should be now just a 1 scenario now for Fnatic. What can Method hope to do apart from stall? And that's exactly what's going to happen. Dragon Blade comes out. Tracer's there on the point as well. That's Snow trying to buy some time. And the rest of the team are now going to start filtering in. Now Lucio with that AoE heal and the Reinhardt. Actually, this is going to get pretty close.
Stoop, he does have the Earth Shatter, and is he going to be able to use it at the right time? That's the big question. IDDQD as well with the ult, so we'll see if it's going to work out. There's the ult coming out from Exit. They're pushing past it so close right now, and it seems like they're going to be able to do it. Fnatic taking the 3rd map, and they're going to be defeating Method here in the winner's match, but it was not easy. I think they got tested much more than they were expecting.
Yeah, what a battle. Perfect. It goes the distance and pretty much down to the wire as well, but yeah, Method just weren't able to get up that brick wall, basically, that Fnatic had on that second point. That second point, Fnatic, they just, you could not get anywhere near it. Method, however, maybe just like plays under pressure. I mean, Wep at the end there with that questionable decision to charge forward with the Genji kind of just, you know, opened it up. Once you have that man advantage on Fnatic, you're not going to let that rest, especially if it's the Genji. Then you're just like, sweet, they have no deeps, let's get in there, right? And it all just kind of spun out of control from there. So I wonder if Method, you know, they kind of felt the nerves and tried to make a snap play that ended up costing him.
Yeah, it could have been. I wondered if he thought he could get sort of, he could just dash away from Winston.